na enkrofo minim se enkrofo si hu me se enkrofo si etimase mebu se menua yin se na ono osi hu me na onya hu me no na adwene mu ne hu mu se na osi hu me oda na obi odwen me ho a se na hu me obehu me so no ohu me sen na program so o follow so a se na hu me ofa me sen bema.
Actually, me, I started listening to you from Fox FM. And I be with Fox, like I said, we interview I'm for Fox FM. And now primarily, I was on phone and the see, now more times and so I say when you're ding, I say, oh, bomb me cheaper. It's a bosom big. Sometimes actually, let me slow down. After that, I wasn't hearing from you anymore, and I'm realizing that hey, yes, we are US and this is that, and people were saying a whole lot of things. Me, I'm hearing interviews. Be say I'm off boy, bosom be now any baby, and over here we drew, and we'll be say I don't know what is like the truth in that, but me who say we will be like who follow spirituality, and now we will be so as one person will be an answer when you pray and those things. Good.
Na bacho enkrato na say message e bo say na de je wada roma
message no dey be am catch am for a true knowledge from God, and true knowledge from God be no ayeton ohun say there be God wanted to explore life on different bases. Yebaka say more or less in an advanced state, and the first ever consciousness according to the masters in the epis0de God is human. Yay. Humans ni first ever consciousness nti nyankopon wo ho no na aso ono ate ne ho bi na sa omo be ye unique personalities free ne ho minim sa meti wi ase a nyankopon in his state no or one personality sa personality na unconditional love the personality no God bombarded all the human consciousness na why ye ni nyina with problems. Nyankopon God prime radiance or bombarded human consciousness now we're creating with different problems. See, I'm trying to say, or ye humans 1 trillion, and all the problem back to where God knows one solution for that problem. The humans under the 1 trillion humans used 1 trillion different approaches to solve that same problem, and knowledge combined went into God. That is why God is all wise.
It's caught in the crossfire.
Patrol would see me for what you book nothingness. So bit me at no past, no future, no present, no space, no time, nothing. When there was nothing, there was God alone. And God decided to expand or explore life. When God was alone, almost say God gained something we call self-awareness. And you're blasphemous. God gained something we call self-awareness. Eons of years back, you can say eons of years are just a mean quantify cry. Yes, and we humans in the earthly terms, as a humans, years. So how much time you don't understand that time? Good. So God decided to expand for everything to come into being. What would see me? God on your magic or expand it in God's spiritual state, or expanding maybe by using on one energy. There are 3 things that you have to understand first: energy, vibrations, and frequencies. Energy, vibration, and frequencies. So when you understand the basis of this universe. Any God, what. Everything deals with. Everything is energy. God is the one vibrating at the highest frequency. Because the highest frequency, BBI energy, and your physical, spiritual, and your energy to God and a static BBI, and on being the main energy or spread my energies now can in a buy. Okay, so better myself. Or spread my energies in a buy, and no create other energies. The energies were so conscious. Actually, BBI will create BBI conscious, but consciousness is BDBH. To say the consciousness of an angel and the consciousness of a human being, or now the consciousness of a human being and the consciousness of an ant, and a bacteria. Oh, good. So when God decided to expand and explore life now, that is when all the dimensions, now I'm afraid baby, fourth dimension, sixth dimension in your body. Into dimensions, according to the masters, some say God created only 8 dimensions. You can say dimensions, some friend career waves. Now career wave be different from each other based on a different frequency. Say I'm catch say be your energy and the be vibrate at a specific frequency. Into career wave be a 6th and 5th career wave. Differences, the difference in vibration. Now, see raw 8, you know. Everything, and now you're humans, into primarily humans. We started from the 8th dimension, and we descended from the 8th dimension to the 4th dimension. Now, I didn't know why we was as so if God was there, I didn't know oh boy, and that's all my by. And now humans no move 8th dimension. How were they? Omo ye den, omo to say and do things. There's another important subject I will be at here say, a friend consciousness. Consciousness. Sa consciousness no. You bet you saying. And the law be a friend law of mutual attraction. Sa law no, and no groupie the energy, life force ni free God into the various sections. It is God projected human. Human life force ni free God ever combine it na a projected something we call human. A projected a boa the same thing. A projected dia the same thing. See only the life force now was set sad anymore. Not consciousness under a dear friend. Friend say the law of friend mutual law of mutual attraction. I combine consciousness now I form what it wants to form. Now, complex than that. I'm just explaining it in a kindergarten way. Humans, when God expanded our planets in dimensions in our body, there were planets in it, or other creations, to say planets and stars and in different dimensions in him to say the or no per se. And now, who said there be God wanted to explore life on different bases. Because more or less in an advanced state. And the first ever consciousness, according to the masters in the P3 God, is human. Yay. Humans, the first ever consciousness. Inti nyankopon and as on one thing who be na sa omo unique personalities e free no. Minim some material here. Nyankopon in the state no or one personality. Sa personality na unconditional love. The personality no. And on one say why who be a create another consciousness or you different from or no ne corner. It's in the corner more times I'm from the prime radiance. Ne corner and the what other consciousness are omu different from ono, but in power any as a might any man as a omu ben. But omu the way omu generally the way omu solve problems no is different from ono the core. Good. And what did God do? God bombarded all the human consciousness now. Why you need with problems? Nyankopon God prime radiance or bombarding human consciousness now what creating with different problems. See, I'm trying to say, or you humans 1 trillion, and all the problem back to where. God knows one solution for that problem. The humans, under the 1 trillion humans, used 1 trillion different approaches to solve that same problem. And knowledge combined went into God. That is why God is all wise. I don't know, some of it is here. O project one who but omobia ye different. Our gene different from the core. And or 2 problems go omunyina so problem no one solution for problem no dey ato hono and our problems no dey go hono and also almost solve it. It's almost solve problems no approach be dey solve problem no because they are unique. They came out as unique consciousnesses from God into they will use a different approach to solve the problem and the knowledge goes into the core. When the knowledge goes into the core, God became all wise. And this that I'm talking about, according to the masters, I'm saying it happened through eons of years. See, after or any creation near carrier waves in every year, or humans, no, 8th dimension. So problems, or bombard your most problems, our most of problems. It happen to say, 10 the earth going to mean quantify years, and it's in a kind of years of years. Good. And the problems, almost solving in another God becoming all wise. Now, at a point, almost God realize, say, the people know bombard your most problems, almost might is so close to honor God. It's almost step it down from the 8th to the 7th dimension. Now, I feel I say almost like him, because almost might, but I'm using a simple word, and almost power, and so what? So from the 8th to the 7th, they came. I feel more any different creations near the other life forms, different life forms near the and they were merging with those having different experiences. Now almost step it down. Until from the 7th, and they all till almost free 7th, then they decide to come. So now humans now they decide to come to the 4th dimension. So our 4th for heaven. It's basically one here because knowledge no best start here free no, will be free higher 4th dimension. Mami sure high 4th dimension the whole here pa. Mami sure who must me. I'm afraid whole heaven. Na heaven she. Enye heaven corner ho. Higher 4th dimension ho. Enye heaven corner ho. It's a 6th dimension. Enye earth and corner ho. There are other planes of existence. Your physical eyes you. So bit me call or say me call you say who we are saying to say hey ya or me to say hey ya. It's a different plane of existence. Almost team to say different life forms are team. Simple. Necessarily demons. The demons are not multi. The demons are not in the 6th dimension. The demons are in the lower 4th dimension. Into the 4th dimension in Yinano. Ena heaven and I see how in the lower 4th dimension when the demons go. I must say the 1st and the 2nd is unoccupied, but the third dimension is home to some hideous creatures here. They don't damn dark, dismal creatures here, they don't even want to describe them. That's the 3rd. The 5th dimension is where Munyinamo library share, the living library. The Akashic records. Buddha for me, Krishna for the 5th element. The Akashic records. And the Munyina living the living library. Ochi, ya wo from Krabrim. So baby I would dream. Everything you have done, you have a file there that has been recorded in it. Everything, I mean everything, every microsecond of your time is being recorded inside that library. All file all the people you have interaction with, the animals, the trees, whatever, every experience you have is being recorded in that file. From the living library, 5th dimension. And see, masters no more heaven. If omo ubusa omo question, omo ebia yemfa say obi se mehu alien. Na o contact omo na busa say akwa we se wehu alien no na ohun ni say they will go into his file and view the events in the person's perspective. Nipa kono ha wa nipa koni hu ade no. Omo be hye ade no in how wa nipa koni hu ade no. Na omo describe what chere. Nti the omo my information be about America for eco planets, omo ko moon so disaster be a see say plane be a koira here ubusa omo a they will look at the people who were involved in that incident, the Akashic, the files of those people. Now, Oma in the people's perspective. Until when they gave me the story about Jesus Christ, straight, I believed it. Straight, I believe the story of Jesus Christ on the man. Jesus didn't die on the cross. No, Jesus eventually ended up in France, married Mary Magdalene and had 2 children. Jesus crowned on Nantimpo. Nancy is a friend said Nancy. He was so highly spiritual. Say, what he was saying, no, a human ability, we don't know. What he was saying, no, teleport to India, Tibet, that's why in the Bible, from age 12 to 30, was in Biano. Because he wasn't so much around, or call or more churches, no, who say, whatever they are professing, it's not about love. For an eye for an eye, a tooth for what's the internet, or more booby and all stop him, when you're born that to Bobono and those things. Good. So we will talk more about Jesus. So that's how it is. The 4th dimension, maybe a and a heaven ni hell, higher fourth dimension. One a heaven ni hell, and a true heaven. Triple yechem trea. Heaven, Summerland, and a true Summerland, true heaven, and a hell. Eshe. Now, Summerland, the Christ of one friend paradise. True heaven, honey Jesus ni Buddha mo omo.
Buddha so hobi.
Buddha mo nyina ti. The people who came to earth and dedicated their lives to serve all life. And your religion knew people who be wiase a dedicate omo life for say omo serve life bia. Your uncophobia hard the way omo serve life ni hu. Cophobia omo nyare adentra because there's bacterial flora be or skin ho a. Udware na wuku omo. So the people are telling themselves to say Mother Earth, the divine Sophia, those who know, son of friend, Mother Earth, son of friend with the divine Sophia. Mother Earth has provided a place for us to stay, and she's not killing us. So I'm also providing a place for the bacteria no more skin to stay. Can you live such life? That's how it is. That's how some people actually live on this planet. Some people don't eat. Some people. Jesus was a straight vegan. Straight. But because of demonic influence in it, say and your life you are living so carnally, you actually don't have any idea about our spiritual aspects. That's how it is.
Good. Na ye to so nkomo no I dem my din am flow sa my din na me so me fa ho aba. De me so me gina me so me kan say. Said de bia yo ba bia Buddha na Jesus Christ na sa de ewo no obo ho ba o fini pem ya de bua wiase. Sankofo nyina so no mo na kokotena ho. So oba no wan kosum se de ye ka sum no bobo ne bra se be a businessman, politician. Yemfa Nelson Mandela any example. Onu bi say no onu so ho bia na.
Good. Me that's a part. And I feel yen can have fourth dimension what see me. Me pese nka question ko bibi say. E die ne de tena heaven. That's the question. So say heaven me chemu miensa. Me say true heaven, paradise. Master send friend Summerland. I'm say the be as a wiabo. Just say necessary say we are love lights. Me chim and hell. And three places. True heaven, Summerland, and a hell. Good. So places me. The question is, a dini editna true heaven, and I say Summerland. The person's ability to love. Simple. I'm giving everybody a free pass to heaven. Remorse, 1. Forgiveness and a love. Nema 3. Remorse, forgiveness, and a love. The love is the ultimate. If you love somebody, grandpa, you won't hurt anybody. Regardless of what the person does to you, you won't hurt that person. Remorse. People say, ever, what hurt you will be a? 1. Who say, Debbie, I have to like rectify it, and I say, baby. And forgiveness. People will hurt you. What the chom. What would it do to a man? It will increase your vibration, aka your holiness. If you're able to practice it well, it will result vibration. People say, I don't know what kind of vibration be brave. Be a light. Nyankopon a light. On your magic, or your face, almost say, or your advanced physicist, on any directors of life. On your magic, on your advanced physicist. Everything is light. Until light and I reduce in frequencies. Everything is light. Light and only reduce frequencies. A reduce frequency now will be through human state. Your frequency is so low. Until I want to mean you're free hand to see a crown. Ask me why. Because light and I so dense, say it will need to move slowly. But beings in our etheric world, vibration or high until they can just travel from Kumasi to Accra to US. Abroad for plane we are not BBR. So BBR is light and reducing vibration. A reducing vibration about BCF physical human beings. Until Makacham said primarily core in your core state, where you God. Core state, where you Nyankopon. And now what has God done? What Washington Tadia Gun Hosana Waba. In a way, as a wakata lights and the swana about the drew of physical state. So what you are doing is you are finding your way back to your true self, and your true self is God. See now we hear Bible quotation be. Bible no esoteric knowledge room, deep knowledge room. But when you esoteric knowledge, I want to say or say, be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am. I need to know a meditation concept. Say nipa what's in your state, you know. Yeah, by cry you didn't come away. What say your minds, you know, are traveling through. What's a whole 5 minutes? What say your mind is traveling. But what is happening? Things in my mind, you two coins are. It's through something we call imagination. So imagination is actually a plane in the higher fourth dimension. In baby I'm from heaven, higher fourth dimension, a plane. So imagination, and now we have been like bombarded with am I say I'm living with a general, I'm living with a boss, and this, and it always good. So our imagination travels like trillions of times per second. But when you are able to still that imagination, you will find the real you hiding inside of this body, you know. And your body will cry, inside of your soul cry. When you're able to still the imagination, and no meditation, they still their mind to find the real them. That's the thing. See, Mandela and other people, no. Some of us not have now. It based on Sani man after their life review. Sa judgments like judge will be there. Nobody can judge anybody. Everybody is God. Nobody can judge anybody.
Judgment day
there's what is judgment day? We ask yourself say judgment, what is judgment day? Judgment day, there's nothing. What is day? Day into judgment day na baba no na adiachi China for na esumedu Ghana for. What is day? Mu day say we you. Time crumple doesn't function like that. Time doesn't exist as no. Now we say day, we in a day. Into day, adiachi Jesus. Debbie. What is judgment day? God is not a vindictive God. That is what I want people to get. Nankopon you be a watches a kind of sasroa or chain ni pass a wood yaw, quiet side way, but now by the way, Missy Chicha and Amido, Messiono, a serious. That is what is polluting people's mind. And they can't focus on this simple message, remorse, forgiveness, and unconditional love. They can't. Because your project at say, Nankopon the bonia. Eventually, it definitely will be so you will be bonia. You check on force work with your 5 near. That's how it is. Inti Sani man demons and the Shishi Musa, Nyankopon is a vindictive God. Jesus is a vindictive God. Later no catch say he's all loving. On your chain, what's it? So who and obi show. There be earth had you show, but who and obi show. No, it doesn't work like that. God is unconditional love for everything. So obeko hella ejinawa also, obeko heaven ejinawa also, obeko true heaven ejinawa also.
Good. Who say your perception business Ghanaians and as Africans? Says a quas already, and only a one-way ticket to heaven. But own quas already Christo Nidia and the Ejim Street. And what's some to say?
And no me busa me mamia. Nancy, I'm Sunday, Yakranomi Busano. And some ma, 2 patch me say, a crimony, a soranopa, Yamfazi, a woo crimony be. Why your papa all his life? So the be odi. Are you trying to tell me say, or say one Jesus and dinty, obey or Nakomo Quacoshino? To Jesus is wicked enough say, I go away by obey papa. But one can say Jesus name cry no margin. Nasa de no crumple cry, error crumple. What is that? What is enqua? Enqua is life. Meboa. Okay. I say Jesus name cry no margin. What is enqua? The question is what is enqua? Enqua is life. Okay, no be ayo be say me te earth we no, me te asase we so no. Me wu a na te se mahwere me enqua. No, you are not you. You are your soul. And your soul contains the God force. Jesus catch them or say obi catch us Nyankopon free by enfie no. Because Nyankopon no timu the God force na timu na no nkwa no. So what is meje nkwa? You have life. Everything is alive. Bibi idea anoma. What bibi a grain of sand that form. It's alive. Everything is alive. It's yeni bibi say nkwa. What me one eje nkwa or gene star be. So why then God force na show mu no. It's entirely God and show mu. So you are God in the version of you. Oh, you're God. And Nyankopon na pretend this way. Nti ye ni se obi number bi na obeji obi nkwa. Na o say dey shame say God necessarily need to kill somebody to save that to save people. No, God wants every life to explore life to its full length. Nti mo akra no ini kwasi ekun. Anyway, that's how it is. E you think you nyina vegans obia ndi kwasi ekun obo bia. But in the states of emphasis, we humans, because we are, the chosen life forms of God. Human beings are the chosen life forms of God. God is exploring life more through humans than bacteria. Explore life more through human being than entatia. Until you have this cognitive ability, ultimately beyond entatia. That's how it is. Until a whole mind, a year above entatia. So, in times of severe starvation, most people, and you're so spiritual, and we can consume the animal's body to maintain our physical existence. But yet, but we just torture the animals any way we want. Because you're going to say your trouble, baby, say we should kill them, baby, and Tessa.
Now, okay, say fourth dimension or whatever. 100 year, me say I would see phobia. Then you'll be a chinchina or don't question soon. And one, yeah. Tell me, Busa, Sa, Criteria, Sabeti Bafaswa, Obeko. Another example, just said Nelson Mandela. Obeti Akubiana. He spent about 27 years in prison. Obaya no Baba president. Obaya in the first 4 years was in Kubium. So be quite greedy. She said, Biduma, and Kobe the Obeko, or the Chocoba Manipa.
Yeah, very good.
They do baby no buy what ambassador or baby for peacekeeping.
Very good.
And I mean, Busa, so no religious leader or qualify.
So overqualified. Obiti say Mandela, or he did everything within his power to preserve life, to preserve anarchy, like evil. Say this. Koba you know. Obiti me I create fashion be and kumbe or more torture but he said Debbie, I didn't know why do you have to live like in enmity with these people? As I have to love them. No, accept to woman or much children. Even though there were some people pushing that agenda, say become a mafia. But that wasn't the motive of Mandela. Oh, you didn't see it. Almost every president in this world went there. On a tyrant. Until or display there a certain level of love. A certain level of love. And you know, men can say perfect, but will display a certain level of love. Some level of love no display and now they preserve human life as opposed to Adolf Hitler there no. Mandela say me nimba bi owode but me ha many can make so bit me make cry to true heaven. Because in the love no I will display say there be I have the chance to like kill these people, like the chance of revenge. Say can be kunkrofo we because of the torture they put me through. But or display some level of forgiveness. Also my catcher say you need nyama miensa. Forgiveness, remorse and love. It's a forgiveness and propel with vibration in and aka that vibration aka holiness. Not just a obeying God. When you are vibrating high, it means you are getting close to God. When you are vibrating low, it means you are getting close to the lower dimensional beings. It's the same as the demons and any other. It's a vibration, the difference. No. Because my culture is to be a light. God or a light. And I know they vibrate high. Into the personality is your unconditional love. That unconditional love covers everything. BBR, a cover forgiveness, remorse, everything. BBR. And when you have those properties, then you will be ascending close to God's personality. And you'll be having God consciousness. But say then you'll be descending down the lower dimensional beings now. Or core nature a destruction.
Good. So can I say na che say oh yes na ma we nyina na de de adwena bu so Yakobon no na che say oh ya ben no Yakobon so ne wo akasa bibi sa na pa kire
okay
so ono mo antimi anye sa na de na so usunsu ma bi nyina no o ba fom akoka ntokwa ikoku npa do fetla na wo ba abusuefo ne abonsam ai ka mo ho asem ti ye ka nyame no a ene bonsam na ene yen a yete ya wo kan no na de abesi so no.
Okay. So question we among for ta yeta contemplate won say Nyankopon no ne ye ya na say Me pacho mun get waves in the clear. Nyankopon ni bibia, including the demons. God is the greatest demon to the greatest angel. Nyankopon ni bibia. General, Monty asadi we na Monty asi. Nyankopon so some catch us expand the bibia bem. Or one state na bibia kan hono nya self realization. Our expand the and the greatest angel pie free mu. And the greatest demons say pie free mu. And behind every personality is the God force, the core. Na adenti na Nyankopon project e be as holy as Jesus, and no project e be as evil as Adolf Hitler. Evil and good must coexist to create balance and create experience. General, obese who say there's love if you don't know anything called hate. How would you know say be a friend of love if you don't know anything called hate? There be. Ti Nyankopon na he projected personalities. And actually no, we are not real. We are just projection of personalities. Meaning so demons and any other entities in here, they are not real. These are humans now. We are not real. The only real thing is God. They are a projection of personality. Simple. Projection of personality. Subaimbi. Yabaka say what the betting workers is Subaimbi. And Subaina what projects no. And no and Subain way unique and Subain unique. It's almost Kambomoa. Now almost share different experiences. You fancy our so worry will be when is you have different experience like personalities. Now more the atsena bomo enyini. Mube no na I create something else, a different experience. Enti say obi te ho na we study our rare cases be you fancy be 5,000. Obi to me siphon out of it. Problems e ko mu, good things e ko mu, ho niema nyina na about kind of knowledge base ho. Sanity. Enti the good and the bad must coexist. Ni nyina coexist here. Na ayeden. I created that experience. When God was all unconditional love, there was no experience for God. So God decided to project this personality. Yeah, God no. Yeah, God no. So be here me on Google side we friend 12 archetype personalities. Archetype personality 12. Yeah, God, yeah, life force free more project, yeah, personality winner. Yeah, the display, yeah, some gaga, ne personality, unconditional love. Or other life, ninyano. Because what if you have a natural ninyano? Almost will explore life based on different archetype personalities. I'm saying, but also archetype, me saying. Because personality need dear. You can't love, you can't love and accept. Love, no. Yeah, God on the unconditional love, no Diana Kasa, archetype of it. And what projects appear? And a be a display love and a be display hits. Make him didn't say be display hits. Good. Ne other brothers now almost a year God, like you got a supreme God. Obedience one a core personality. I will also they expand, they explore life. Meaning so better we are here. Also they expand, they explore life on a different basis. It's Obi ni be explore life based on peace. Ni be explore life based on evil. Ni be explore life based on beauty, hate. It is a your core archetype person. Muguga mubeng archetype personality. Yeah, God ni dear no, and a unconditional love. Now yeah, God no when yeah God no decided 12 decided to expand no, and now infuse all the personalities into one. Into the yewo evil, any good, all coming from our God. No other personalities is under one umbrella, the unconditional love personality, and all the expanded. So I'll share how much Jesus story so 12 disciples are. It simply means to say Jesus is standing out as the 13th person, and he is covering all the other 12 personalities with his unconditional love. And almost see the activity, the Christ spirit. Omo follow my Kisadek, books, no names, that ancient Jesus and the scenes, and then it's man, ancient text. Try how to activate the Christ spirit. Lengthy something, you do you become one. But it's all deals with personality.
That's it. I was for a high Otwinoko TV. My work as a baby, my dynamics may be a film. So, what's the market kind like when you put the pieces together? Na ye pe answer every moi. Meme famu answer me who ni say as a more like scientific eno ye baako edin so obi beto wase the entire make so obi beto wase na say ye ko beach say Buddhist and sa Chinese omo beliefs we find as Confucius mo ne ade no a omo nyina no wo images bi wo ha ukọ ne nche obacho so obi a image we ye the incense we candle we ye the fruit we and ye the sanema no o dia wo kekan no na nyina wo book bi mu no wasua ana ye image bi ene bi a obi do fam no wahu enchantment bi ene ma hu sanema if say some akeka no esoso first of its kind we are no saying
okay general assembly make assembly ko ekira it's actually not an image be any bb me catch you say there's this surge of energy a bombarding every living thing our planet we so with a dear friend awakening
2 minutes say 2 minutes can free say 2 minutes now
from the universe it's from God. Ask me why this happens, because sometimes balance na say the war between good and evil e to be na evil ni win na echa ti evil ni win na echa now omutimi soma a holy being beat say Jesus no oba boa nkrofo no to elevate their consciousness. It does not mean say demons no madawo omo nai omo so fight the evil the good neighbor. Simple. Inti it must be in balance. The battle between good and evil must be in balance. Good. So balance no is always creating that experience na make no. Inti also you good, you have love. Ni mfa so bia ba be wi awade. E no match no, omba ba bu neku no. Wo wade no bia what would you do? So wo love no, you cover that evil with say love experience. And that's what be man fa so ye muninku no. Two things. Good. So it's like a tag of war. Evil for ni poli and a good. Ni nyina yakopon na ahye ni nyina just to create the experience. What I say? Good. Now, so energy ni buy no. So many people got awakened in
2012.
Around 2012 and buy. So many people got awakened. See afei no amount for the fear no we have been bombarded with say suro nyame. Yes, I become some Jim, so revenge and vindictive name. Most people got rid of it. Number one, Bemushi. Oh, sorry, 9 near the preaching gospel. But all of a sudden, there be some fear with you. Like, insist so there are loopholes in it. Intimation. Yeah. So, sir, surge of energy and affecting Nipa Bibri. And so many people are awakened. The brain research different on different fields. But obi ho a research abo so okwa pie like ebi okwa pie abosom democrat obi timi ko pie ebi Buddhism no obi ko pie ebi Hinduism no obi fa baby sa kakaka sa. But in a way no say people are actually in a way elevating the way they think about the universe. So that is what affected me. I'm sure said there be the world. It can't be everything about the universe can't be wrapped up into a book from the Bible. So you need to find out more. This group of people. I find maybe I can't say the message in the mind. Good. From the Great White Brotherhood. The Great White Brotherhood. People will say, hey, brotherhood is a code all called today. Guy. First of all, muni earth. But Oma betena happen. Oma betena earth pain. They were once humans and Omo yede. Omo at this canity. Yakas what this canity awu. When you are physical, because you are incarnated, you are in incarnation. But Uwa is what this canity. That's I say, also not separated from Obadino. And see, they were once humans and Oma this canity. Good. And they went to heaven. It been so called hell. Make them awesome. And now enjoying all the love, the lights, everything in heaven. It will be selfish on their part. Say they will leave physical man here to solve, like to try to face this conundrum. Now they be so doctrine when Roman forcing me say Roman Methodist forcing me say de be before your mind we be see chromosome we cremonise we christian some mienu just nsem bebre confuse and no say okay now they will form a group so group no and no and omo be dey through that group no and omo de ba be boa nipa ye betimi am ye hu the truth behind the universe nti omo form a group no omo say omo form a group no they decided say wow soul a wo meye physical human being da no ontimi meka ho
It's caught in the crossfire.